Well, welcome back. It's easy to get distracted with your iPhone, especially if you are at work. A new survey reveals employees use an estimated 56 minutes per day using their mobile devices for non-work activities while on the job. Jillian Wagner from Robert Half is here to talk about the results, and we welcome her to the show. Before we get started, though, I've got to check my face. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Thank you for coming in.
Sure.
You know, it seems like just yesterday when we went to work, you really didn't have that many distractions. You were staring out the window.
Yep.
Now you're staring at a screen.
Yeah.
Why is it that people are doing this so much at work?
Well, I'll say, it's hard to get away from your personal device. All of us are really tied to them, and it's hard to turn off our personal lives when we go to work, and certainly having that cell phone right there is an easy distraction.
It really does suck you right in, and like you said, if you walk out of the house without it, you panic for a second and have to run back in because we can't do without it. You have an age group here that is especially taken in by this, and it's not surprising at all.
No, not at all. So 18 to 34, so that younger generation is really tied to their cell phones right now. For them, the line between work and play is really less defined, and some of them don't even know life without a cell phone, so it's not surprising that they're certainly more tied to them.
Let's talk about half of the employees said they access restricted sites at work.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and so A, why, and B, then what happens?
Right. Well, so, a lot of employers do block sites so that their employees can focus on the task at hand. But when you have that cell phone right there, employees are able to access those sites that are blocked.
So they are checking them out at work.
Sure,
even
absolutely.
though they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
So why do they, it's obvious to me why they would block them to begin with, but are there consequences if you get caught by the boss? And what are you supposed to do when?
Yeah, I would say that each employer has different rules and policies that, as an employee, you want to make sure that you're certainly aware of. Employers should have them posted and certainly go over them with their employees. But, I would just say stay within the lines of what's expected of you in your office.
Okay, so then the question is, when is it okay for you to be checking? Because apparently we're hooked on it, so you got to check it all the time. So is there a time when lunch break or whatever?
Yeah, I would say lunch breaks or breaks. And certainly, I think employers really do allow the use of personal mobile devices in moderation. So just look at the activity at hand, and if it's something urgent, then go ahead and take care of it. If it's something that can wait, push it off to the side until you're ready.
So do employees have a gauge on this, on how much is acceptable? And, obviously your break is, but do they have a real gauge on it?
I think some do. I think some don't. I think the best thing to do is just look at the landscape of your office. If it seems like a cell phone friendly environment, then go ahead, partake in it. If you're the only person playing on your cell phone, then I would maybe say put it in a drawer.
Yeah, all right. And can you offer tips to help employees stay out of trouble with their cell phones? I mean, obviously, put it away would be, or cut it
ideal.
off would be the number one. But what else have we got?
Yeah, so I would just say be in the know. Make sure you understand the policies at your company. In addition, don't overshare. All of us have seen those cute little kitten memes that come across. Make sure that you're sharing things that are appropriate. And if something does hit your desk that you're not sure whether or not it would fly, make sure that you're contacting your IT department.
I've got one note here that you wrote down for me. Always assume somebody's watching.
Yes.
Because somebody is, right?
That's true. And just because they're not looking over your shoulder doesn't mean that your internet activity isn't being monitored.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can pretty much just assume they are checking you out. And don't overshare. You mentioned that also. Employees best manage. How do you manage your time at work if you are really super addicted to this? You've got to get over it, don't you?
Yeah, I would say proper planning is always best. Take 10 minutes at the front of your day, 10 minutes at the back. Prioritize what activities for work need to get done, and then make time for those personal moments in between.
I tell you what, it's always changing, and there's always stuff being added in. And obviously, we have to kind of educate the next generation to kind of wean them off of this for a little while and focus a little bit.
Yeah, we absolutely do. And I would just say the best thing to do is just have a policy where maybe everyone puts it away for a few hours, gets some work done, and then, you can revisit it again at a break or on a lunch break.
And if you're the boss, make it real clear what's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
And definitely lead by example. If you don't expect your cell phones to be on there, your employees to be on the cell phone.
If you're in the conference room during the big meeting, you can't be checking the phone as well.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. This is great advice.
Thank you very much.
And I made it through the whole thing, didn't check my phone once. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.